All right, man. Today's topic, we're going to get into, hookup cultures and how basically every form of lust, right, sexual lust, it leads to loneliness. It leads to depression. For example, like pornography, for example. Some people, they just do pornography and they just sit alone with themselves. They don't even seek after nobody because they're too nervous or anxious, right? And then they have this pornography addiction. They have this badass habit and they ain't got no good habits, no good traits. So they lack self-esteem, they lack confidence and stuff like that. And it leads to loneliness. It can lead to loneliness. It can also lead to depression. It can definitely lead to depression and not feeling not feeling comfortable with yourself, even with hookup cultures too. Hookup cultures, people would just hook up and just go on about their day, and then as time goes on and stuff like that, and they get older, and they develop into someone who's just lonely. You become more alone, and based off what you're doing with your human body, your sex drive not going to be as strong as when you was older. And when you age, right, the beauty, the looks, that's not going to be there forever. So the most best thing that we have, right, is social cues, our connections, the things that we can build and make with each other, And when it comes to these hookup cultures and stuff like that, and all this horror behavior, it leads to a lot of trust issues. And a lot of people nowadays that have trust issues, they get hurt. Their mind is in pain from, past experiences and stuff. And a lot of people, they don't heal from that. And to be honest with you, society really don't give you that much time to heal from it. I mean, even though you can make time to heal from that, society really doesn't give you that much time because, based off certain circumstances like school, work, you constantly gotta go here, you constantly gotta go there. And then when you take into the picture the distractions as well, you may fall into distractions like drugs or something, or vacations or anything, and you never take the time, to be alone and to be with God and to learn and observe yourself and to study why you act this way, why you feel this way, why you behave this way. I'm pretty sure no one does that. Nobody does that. I don't really hear people like talk about that either, when it comes to, anything that was traumatic or something that's just on your mind that is constantly attacking you, impacting you in a negative way. And mental health and healing is so important because you're not going to be able to ever reach to your full potential. You're going to hurt others. You're going to hurt yourself. And you're just not going to be at your full potential because you're always at a low. You don't have peace. You don't have joy. Really. You ain't really got it. You're hurt. So, yeah. Also with the hookup cultures and stuff, it's very, very, I would say, pointless. It's pointless. It's in vain. Like you put so much work, you put so much effort just to hook up, just to not really go anywhere or build value and stuff like that. And a lot of people nowadays, right, they end up very, very lonely because of lust, because of hookup cultures and stuff like that, in my particular opinion. And it's just an ongoing cycle, The youth would look at what the older people are doing, and then they'll see what they're doing and just copy them. And then it's just a back-to-back loop and stuff like that. And people just falling into that same loop of just BS, not knowing the path that they're going to head down, not really fully aware of the consequences, And, when it comes to messing with people and stuff, you just really, really never know what type of person they could be. They could be manipulating you. They could be deceiving you. They can have a mask on, and just ruin your life. A lot of people nowadays, because of this stuff, I don't know what's up with my voice, but bear with me. But a lot of people nowadays, man, it's like a lot of the problems that I see in like today's society, it all came from lust, you know. And human beings, we don't really think logically at all. Honestly, we are very, very, you know, emotional. We react out of emotions instead of logic, and this is why you practice, you know, fasting and abiding with God, and you know, practicing daily good habits and discipline, you know. But I feel like the way to go, really, to fix like all of this stuff that goes on, it needs to be more morals. It needs to be more morals. Because when people have no morals and stuff, and it just, you know, the youth will look at it and see what's going on. They'll look at the person that's around them, you know, hope there's a light for them to look up to. They're gonna fall after that, and then they're gonna fall for the, you know, the same bait, the same trap. And we're going into a direction to where a lot of people, they're gonna end up lonely. A lot of people are gonna end up very, very unfulfilled and bitter, and it's gonna be bad, man. Lust, I really believe lust is one of the root causes that leads to mental health, that leads to a whole bunch of stress as well. People put themselves in the most unfortunate circumstances because of how they feel their pleasure and stuff. They're just not able to control themselves, I think, or it may be something else. I don't really know, you know, but maybe, you know, if you're a person who fell into that, maybe you have a better perspective than I do, you know, and maybe you have, you know, knowledge or wisdom in that area or how it feels. But yeah, man, really, the best way to go nowadays is to protect yourself at all costs. Do not let yourself get hurt. Or, you know, if you're a person who haven't done anything, and we should all work towards, you know, celibacy. We should, you know, how should I say, glorify being celibate more. You know, glorify not hooking up, doing this and doing that. It leading to a whole bunch of toxic things, you know. And really, it'll be better for everyone's mental health, even kids. Everyone will be more loving, because even if you look within 1 Corinthians chapter 13, bro, when it talks about love, it talks about, you know, enduring, bearing, suffering, hoping, believing, you know. Let's hope, let's believe in, you know, the teachings of God to stay celibate, man. And let's have hope and put our minds on God, on Christ. And let us find favor from the Lord when it comes to finding the right person, and acknowledge God in all your ways, and he'll direct your path. And bro, if you're out of high school, like, and you're getting out of high school, like school or something like that, you're really not gonna see that much people, you know. It really is hard to find people as well in today's society nowadays, because even if you look within the suburbs or something, it's just quiet. There's really no one's outside or anything like that. Then, bro, the only time I see people is at work and at the crib. That's it. You really ain't seen much people like that unless you go to the store and stuff, you know. But you really ain't gonna see that much people, especially around my generation, my age, you know, 19. Like, you're not gonna see that much people out and about. So, yeah, like, the shit looking impossible, but with man, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. That's all I have to say. God is the cheat code. There ain't no other option. There ain't no other way. Like, I don't see no other path, you know, because everybody, they just doing what they're doing. They just following after their own knowledge and wisdom, and the wisdom might just be pointless. It's not even profitable, you know. And then they fall into a whole bunch of BS. They deal with a whole bunch of BS, you know. I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna do that, bro. And to be honest with you, as long as I got my fulfillment from God, bro, I don't need sex. I don't need any of this shit that y'all got, bro. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm cool. You know, I'm gonna wait on my one, because it's like, why go for the common thing when you can get something rare when it's possible through God, you know? And I know it's not gonna be possible through me, obviously. Even if you the most handsome nigga or tall and shit like that. It don't even matter. It's literally the spirit behind the body. It's about, you know, having favor from God, favor from the Lord, you know. Don't be insecure if you're short. Don't be insecure if you're a woman and your booty's not poking out like that, or your chest not as big as you want it to be because you scroll through the internet all day, you know. But the best advice I can say is just work with what you got. Work with what you got, man. Cause I'm telling you, every single human being I see, I'm talking about every single human being, you know, I see them with so much potential. I see so much potential within people, within human beings in general, you know. As long as they had, my voice is killing me, but as long as they had the right mindset and just believed in themselves and had faith and just put in the work, bro, these people would be cold. They would be good, man. They really would be good. But yeah, man, that's the only way to maneuver nowadays, because there ain't no community. There's not no groups or spots or places really to just meet people like that easily, you know. And yeah, man, I say turn away from hookup culture, turn away from all that stuff, you know, because it's really just pointless. It's so pointless, man. It's really pointless. And y'all waste, as men too, you waste so much of time, you waste so much of money. But if I was messing with females, I'll be broke as hell right now. I wouldn't have no type of money, no type of money. I probably wouldn't be on this camera right now. If I was, you probably wouldn't see me on this camera until I was like 22 or something. The amount of jobs I had to work trying to take care of, you know, kids and stuff, because I had no business doing anything. So yeah, man. But if you're a person who struggles with lust, it's 1,000% possible to overcome, you know. It's not an impossible feat. It will take time. You must be patient with yourself. And you gotta realize too, if you was in that badass habit, don't make it seem like it's gonna happen, you know, 1 day from now, 2 days from now, or something like that. Take your time, bro, and do the best that you can with changing your habits, your lifestyle. Maybe you're in the house too much, you know. Do something, man. And try to, you know, focus your mind upon God and Christ, abide in Christ and God, and walk in the Spirit so you don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. And I say at least try to fast like once every month, you know, and go off of your own level. Oh, excuse me. And there's multiple ways to fast too. You know, you don't have to just do no water or no food. You could do water and no food, but you can also fast off of just diets alone. Just limiting yourself from eating a certain diet, staying away from, you know, canola oil or fried foods and stuff like that, and disciplining yourself with vegetables or fruit and stuff like that. Because I remember when I was 16, I ain't even like fruit like that. And I'm like, damn, that ain't normal, because it's God's food. It's natural food. Why is my tongue tasting like that, you know? And that's when I realized, like, with the processed foods and stuff like that, it's doing something to your body. It's doing something that affects you in a negative way, right, with your taste buds, in my opinion, from my experiences. But as time went on, when I constantly kept eating healthier foods and eating fruits and stuff, not only did the food, you know, as time went on, I got better at cooking and seasoning and stuff. And not only did the food taste way better, I felt way better too. Confidence gain, mental health better, all because I decided to stay away, you know, from certain diets, certain foods and stuff. And nowadays, bro, I'll be cooking, making food and stuff, pizzas and stuff at work. And I look at the pizza, I don't even want to eat the pizza, really. I really don't have the urge to eat the pizza like that, because it's just, I feel like it's just too heavy for me, you know? It just don't look that appealing to me like it used to do. It's like you had that gluten urge or something, just to go crazy on certain foods and stuff like that. But of course I still like pizza. Like I ate pizza last night. But, you know, it's like you have like a different desire when you train yourself mentally, you know? and you just have you develop a different taste overall when you go on that journey of like changing your habits, eating better, and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people think that I seen on the internet, they'll think eating healthy, oh, you're forever gonna be eating like boring or lame. Of course, I eat good, junk food in moderation, but it's not the main. That's the problem. You gotta have the balance, man. Like, it's never gonna be my main. You know, the main foods are gonna be real natural foods like fruit, meat, vegetables, carbs, bread, stuff like that. Some of you might not eat bread like that, but I do. It's cool. So, yeah, man. Stay away from lust, guys. Stay away from lust, and trust in God that He's gonna lead you into the right people, the right person, the right group, right family. No matter what circumstance or what it might look like or what other people may have to say, because at the end of the day, He is God. He knows who you are. He sees your potential at peak. He sees the best outcome for you. So what do you look like trying to question the route He's taking you to? Don't walk by sight, but walk by faith, of course. And eventually, 100%, you're going to be led down to success. So, yeah, man. God is good, all good, understood, you feel me? And I'm out.